Hi everyone, we are continuing our series of videos on trade union changes under the Employment Rights Act. We focused on the global obligation on employers to provide a statement of trade union rights in the first video. Moving on to right of access now, and this will only apply where there is a recognised trade union within the business. The intention behind these provisions is to enable trade unions and employers to enter into what we call access agreements. So union officials can access the employer's workforce for various purposes, although it's stressed that this is not to include organising industrial action. So in summary, the union presents an access request, and that might be on one or more occasions. The employer then issues a response notice, and if the parties agree, they will enter into negotiations around exactly on what terms the officials will have access. So we'll focus on that in the first video. In the second one, we'll move on to what happens if, as is likely to be the case, the parties are in dispute about access. Just to flag as well that this is likely to come into force in October 2026, and really the impact of these rights will depend on the resources and ability of the union to take advantage of the new right. It's likely that this will be targeted at very large employers because the union don't necessarily have resources to send officials into every workplace where they represent members. So the union has to be a qualifying trade union, has to have a certificate of independence, and access means physical entry into the workplace and communication with workers. The intention is that the access purposes are to meet, support, represent, recruit or organise workers, or to facilitate collective bargaining. So this is not to organise industrial action. The union is not going to walk into the business, hopefully, to start canvassing workers to go on strike. So as we said, the access request might request access on one or more occasions and will include the terms on which that access is requested. So will they be coming physically onto every site? Do they need any particular facilities in order to undertake any meetings? A response notice will then have to be given in a prescribed form, including prescribed information which is yet to be determined. If that is agreeable with the employer, there will then be a negotiation period, so written terms will then be put in place to discuss how the union are to have access, and once that is agreed, that will then be sent to the Central Arbitration Committee, the CAC, in the prescribed form and manner. Now at that point there will be an agreement in place which allows the union to come onto site in accordance with that agreement to conduct collective bargaining, and it's likely that that will mean also trying to increase membership, so there will be some canvassing of employees not for industrial action but to sign up to the union. I think that's the intention behind the Act. We will move on in the next video to the difficulties which arise where an employer is not happy about those access arrangements and the formalities around the next steps there. If you do need anything on this, on the Employment Rights Act generally, or indeed anything employment law related, please do get in touch. Visit the website chadwicklawrence.co.uk or email employmenthub@chadlaw.co.uk. Thank you.